What is up, Richmond Rillaboom fans? We are about to have a live battle against the homie Hacks Are Us Savage. Now, this is another coach. I almost didn't do a live battle because, I've been noticing that when I really need to be locked in and when I'm really like focused on a match, I have a hard time like live commenting because when I'm thinking really hard, I just get quiet. And Haxorus is another one of these coaches. FPL has a lot of them that historically has just had my number a lot in the past, and he's tough. He's a tough battler. He's very good. He knows draft league format really well, and he just preps really well. Um, he, excuse me, I'm trying to prepare my music, multitasking while commenting. So yeah, he's just a tough coach to get a win against, and so I almost wasn't gonna do a live commentary on this one, but let's check out his team. While I am getting some things set up here, you can see his team, the Boulders, Hacks R Us. He consisting again with the background noises from my dog. Um, his team has Tapu Koko, Iron Treads, Mega Zard X, Slow King, Torn-T, Hisuian Quillfish, Buzzwole, Quagsire, Knucklestack, Bastiodon, and Brambleghast. His Terra Captains are Quagsire, Knucklestack, and Bastiodon. Definitely expect a Water Absorb Quagsire this week. Probably like Terra Poison to be able to take any like kind of grass hits I might want to catch it with. But Water Absorb is obviously really helpful for my Palafin. And yeah, I'm just expecting like a physically defensive thing like that. Knucklestack is always scary. I talked about Knucklestack quite a bit when I faced Phantom in the championship of RGBO. Um, but a lot of the threat on this team revolves around Coco getting up electric terrain and Iron Treads. You know, getting those boosts from the electric terrain because of its ability. Court Drive, um, Megazard X is always a threat, so I got to bring rocks this week. And Slow King Torn-T, just classic like Regenerator core, annoying as fuck, right? Regenerator cores are annoying as fuck. So those two combined are always an issue. So yeah, he's got a scary team. Buzzwole is very scary. Hisuian Quillfish can stack hazards and things. So let's take a look at what we're bringing. Off the rip, I got another, shout outs to Rye, who we faced not too long ago, 2 weeks ago, and we were actually able to beat for the first time in years. But Rye came up with this Palafin set, which is a Silk Scarf Boom Burst Palafin with 160 special attack, 172 attack EVs with Bulk Up, Throw Punch, and Jet Punch. Throw Chop and Jet Punch. So this has enough speed to outspeed certain crucial things like Brambleghast, Boom Burst should 2-hit KO the Quagsire, um, and bulk up with Throat Chop and Jet Punch. Throat Chop should be able to help me break through the Slow King after a couple bulk ups, and if this is the late game and things have been chipped down and I'm able to bulk up a couple times potentially, Jet Punch might be able to just clean once we get through that Quagsire. So the thing with Palfin is that it's always kind of annoying having to like get it in and then switch it out to be able to get it into its hero form, but I'm starting to get kind of used to that. I think I might lead with Mega Venusaur because I think Coco is a pretty likely lead for him because he knows I'll probably want to get Palfin in and out. So I could see him leading Coco. I could see him leading like Brambleghast, maybe, or even like Slow King potentially. Torn-T is always a potential lead, so hopefully he doesn't lead Torn-T. But I'm bringing Giga Drain, Sludge Bomb, Synthesis, and Roar on Venusaur this week. If I can get up Rocks, Roar is really helpful for trying to like get the Zard, like basically nullify the Zard by like switching that in when he doesn't want to on Rocks and forcing him to take half damage. It's also good for like if the rocks are up, just roaring out like a Torn-T that wants to come in. Not much on his team deals with Venusaur very well, so roar is helpful for like just phasing if I can get up rocks, or if he tries to hazard stack me, I can court change spikes and rocks like back to him. So yeah, Venusaur, just physically defensive. Venusaur takes on a lot of his team is very physically defensive. I don't need much special defense to wall like a especially attacking Coco. He could bring like Brave Bird on Coco, but even that like I don't think really breaks through this Venusaur. So yeah, I think it makes sense to lead this and just get my Mega Evolve up early. Um, Interesting Mesprit, very like non-attacking Mesprit, just very specially defensive, with some defense EVs and Reflect with Light Clay. Um, and then Healing Wish, U-Turn, and Stealth Rocks. Um, so yeah, this is really there to help things like our Palafin. Um, and yeah, um, Healing Wish, U-Turn are good for momentum. Healing Wish, if I can like, if Venusaur gets really low, because of how good that thing is, Healing Wish is nice for that. It's also nice for healing our Palafin back up. If it looks like that could be a win con, could potentially be used on our Rhyperior. So Rhyperior's Rocky Helmet, Earthquake, Earthquake, with Terra Blast. Fairy. We're running Terra Fairy. That's just to have something to hit Buzzwole. Otherwise, Buzzwole pretty much walls this thing. Even though we wall Buzzwole in return, I just don't want to like have that thing be like completely walling us. Rock Tomb is always nice to like lower things speed and hit like Torn-T, Charizard really hard. And Crunch is there for the Bramblegast and the Slowking. Already talked about the Palafin sets. Palafin looks really useful here, and I like the Healing Wish to be able to potentially give it like two lives essentially. Gary the Gudra quickly becoming like our MVP. So his leftovers: Toxic, Flamethrower, Thunderbolt, and Dragon Tail. Again, phasing is always nice for when you're facing like a Mega Charizard. Try to get it to take that rocks damage. And similar to Rhyperior, not a lot on his team can really like break through Gary. So Dragon tailing the few things that do want to come in on it is nice, forcing those out. Toxic, Flamethrower, and Thunderbolt is Flamethrower is good for like Buzzwole, Bramblegas, Iron Treads. Thunderbolt is good for Slowking, Torn-T, and Toxic is good for like Quagsire potentially if it's not Terra poisoned yet or toxicating like Buzzwole. Maybe Toxic is not the best. Maybe I should go like knockoff. Should I go knockoff? I could do like Ice Spinner and the Electric Terrain maybe. That could be good. I don't know. I don't know what I think about Toxic on there. I mean, it is good if I can catch a Quagsire with Toxic. I think I'll leave it. I was considering running like Acid Armor as well. That could be interesting. Yeah, I think I'll run Acid Armor instead of Toxic. And then we've got so I was worried about him hazard stacking me. Originally I had an Enamorous set, or like a weird Enamorous set. that I'm not going to spoil in case we see this guy in playoffs again. But I decided to switch because I was worried about him hazard stacking me, and originally I didn't think Cinderace looked all that great here, but then I remembered Cinderace does get a Trailblaze. If I can catch Quagsire with a Trailblaze, that would be really nice. Even though he can tear poison, so I probably can't kill it, but at least like being able to threaten it with that, and then Trailblaze combined with Electro Ball could be nice for taking out Slowking as well. Like if I get a speed boost and then I'm like way faster than Slowking and Electric Terrain is up, Electrical Ball could just blow back the Slowking, which is always great. It's very hard to like OHKO that thing, but I'm pretty sure that would. And then Pyro Ball does hit a lot of his team pretty good. The only thing I gotta worry about is like Charizard like setting up on this thing, but you know, this very defensive Rhyperior is a good safety check for Charizard, so I'm not too worried about that. So yeah, that is the team, and we're just waiting on our opponent to give us a heads up that they're ready, and they just did. So let's get into it. I'm gonna let them know. They said again. Challenge Chi Who. Right, so we're gonna get our music popping. Send our challenge. Chi Who. So going against Hacks Are Us. So this guy, like I said, very tough battler. He's just really good at draft. He knows draft really well. He is always doing like mock drafts and stuff. He knows how to draft. He knows how to battle. He knows how to prep really well. And I've been playing in leagues with him for like years, and pretty sure he's probably beat me more often than I beat him. He's good. So this is going to be a tough one, and we see about what we expected. So these are all things that I did pretty much prep for. Don't see a lot of like hazard stacking. Well, Quagsire can set rocks and spikes now, so that's false. He might look at my team and think that, you know, hazards are very good. He did not bring Charizard, which I was kind of wondering if he might not even bring it. So rocks are not as important, but they're still good because of it that like Tornadus and Coco and like how much a regen team likes to pivot around. Rocks are good for like punishing that. But you know, he might want to hazard stack me based on what I have. Just trying to decide what is the best lead here. What would he lead? What would he lead? I mean, his Torn looks like a pretty good lead, right? But I do like the idea of leading Venusaur because I do think I do like the idea of leading Venusaur. It just looks so good against most of his team. Even though Torn-T is such a common lead, like I think he's probably going to lead Coco because of my Palafin. He could lead Quagsire, but let's go for this. Shoot. All right. Well, let's go into Gary then. Not the best start. He's probably going to knock me off. or U-turn. And we're kind of like on the back foot right away. I mean, knowing his like ability to predict this, yeah, I almost stayed in there because the knockoff seems so obvious. So now what does he bring in? Treads would make sense. Quagsire could make sense. I think Treads or Buzzwole would be the most like threatening things for this, right? I don't think he would go Slowking. Coco seems kind of risky. He could go Quagsire. I'm gonna click Flamethrower. Expecting. Oh. Goes into Slowking. See, now I wish I had my Thunderbolt. That looks AV as hell. So yeah, right away, like I said, this guy's a good battler, and like he's already like getting the best of us on almost every turn here. From the beginning, I almost double second guessed my original switching out Venusaur because I knew a knockoff was coming, and like I'm just not liking how this is going. There's a future sight in the air, so I gotta take that with either Gudra or Mesprit. I do want to get my rocks up. Knockoff is pretty free for him here, as is U-turn. So I do think I'm just gonna get up rocks though. Alright, so Mesprit was able to eat that. Now, what do we think this Coco is gonna do? Probably U-turn, right? I'm a little bit worried about like a Calm Mind Coco. I'm gonna go Venusaur, even though it's so obvious. He could be like defog on Coco, like a utility set. It could be screens. Screens was one Coco set that I thought about. Grass Knot, interesting. Okay, so he was thinking maybe All right, so is there any reason for me to not Sludge Bomb, or do I want to Giga Drain? I'm doing a sludge bomb. Don't go into treads. Yeah. Alright, so you snag a poison on the Torn. I'm gonna actually run some calcs for the first time this match. So that did a good amount of damage. We did see that it's boots, but he looks very offensive, Torn. We know he's U-turn, we know he's knockoff. Would he actually click Hurricane? He's keeping me in this like vortex of momentum because of all the U-turn and regenerating. Like it's just a very hard thing to like get out of, you know. I don't think I can risk Venusaur by staying in. Unfortunately, and a U-turn puts me in such a bad spot if I go to Goodra and he brings in like Treads or Buzzwole. How much? Yeah, I mean, I might die if he hits a Hurricane. Who is this? I don't know. 43%. I just don't want Venusaur to die. I can't let Venusaur die. I want it to stand so bad. Because I felt that U-turn. So, I gotta be willing to make some risky plays at some point, man. Because this dude's just really gonna punish me for making the safe play over and over. So let's make a risky play here and go for Flamethrower. Might be dumb. Thinking he's going rock. Oh, just Earthquake. Okay, do we save this for a sack? Can't believe he just Earthquaked there. So this is bad because I'm running out of like Tornadus switch-ins. Right. Very, very swiftly. I think he either goes like rocks or let me see here. So Earthquake did 61% to my Goodra. So he is like no attack investment. My Flamethrower did 61%. So yeah, he's like max HP. Probably max speed. So if I go into Venusaur, Venusaur looks pretty good. And that's going to be an opportunity for me to heal up or Giga Drain. I'm going to go into that. Save Gary for a sack. It's fine. And let's just go ahead and heal this guy up. Good, good, good. Now, could Giga Drain or we could Sludge Bomb. I think I like. The Sludge Bomb to catch that Torn. Yes, nice. So there we go. That's what we were talking about, making some big boy plays. Got to make some big boy plays at some point if we're gonna beat a coach like this. So now I don't think there's any way he stays in and clicks Hurricane now. So we could just stay in and click Giga Drain, right? Yeah. Hell yeah. Ooh. Crit is brutal. Could Giga Drain again, or I could Sludge Bomb, expecting the Torn to come in once again. What would he go into here? Because if I poison this thing, that's also good. And Sludge Bomb covers, like, it covers the Torn coming back in. How much does Giga Drain do to Tornadus? Not enough. I mean, I think Giga Drain, because we want Slug King low. And we want to kill this thing if we can. Oh, we almost kill it. Okay. Let's kill it here. Okay, so no treads is good. Now he probably wants to kill a Hurricane. This could be a good opportunity to go ahead and sack Goodra, because we're seeing how good Venusaur is here. We can't risk it. So, yeah, this is probably the time to go ahead and let Goodra go down. And then, at that point, maybe we bring in So okay, so I'm getting. This is what I was talking about. I'm losing my I'm losing track of my thought process and like being able to. I'm getting focused in the zone. He's trying to throw me off by turning the timer on, which I feel like is a dick move, to be quite honest. He knows I don't like timer, and he's feeling like he's getting on the back foot, so he's just trying to like throw me off. He knows we never use timer in this league, so I don't know why he's doing that, other than, you know, is what it is. I feel like Future Sight could make sense here. It's too risky to go into Rocksteady. I could go into Palafin here. And then just double out. Let's do that, actually. Hopefully I don't regret this. Cool. Now I'm going to double out. Right, because I think he would probably go into Quagsire, and that's a good opportunity to like get up a Reflect. Yeah. Alright, so Quagsire is not Rocky Helmet, he's leftovers. I do think he's going to be Water Absorb. I do think Reflect makes sense here, because it's light, we're light clay. I do wish I had light screen instead of Reflect. I'm just going to go Reflect and then U-turn. Cool. We eat the Future Sight. Now, let's see. Coco. Against. How much did Coco do with Volt Switch to my Venusaur earlier on? He did 15%, which makes sense. Okay, so if my Mesprit is in, we do not take a Volt Switch from here. So, and I don't want to get caught with the Rhyperior. So I'm going to go into Venusaur. Cool. So now it's pretty free Synthesis. Or do we try to Sludge Bomb? I think it's probably more important to Synthesis. Even though we're letting Tornadus get healed back up. Again, I don't think he stays in here and clicks Hurricane. So I'm going to click. What do we want to click? Sludge Bomb. He's not going to kill me with Hurricane. Right? Yeah, he's not gonna kill me with Hurricane. I'm not gonna kill him with Sludge Bomb. And what do I go into? I mean, I could go into Rhyperior. He's definitely not gonna kill me with Bleak Wind Storm. He also has to hit it. I just don't know if it's worth staying in though. Yeah, let's go into Rhyperior. He did stay in and he did hit it. Okay. That's fine. So, now do we want to terrestrialize or not? Would he have Grass Knot? Is the question. I think I'd go back into Venusaur to scout for the Grass Knot. And also for the fact that Venusaur looks really good against the rest of his team. Alright, so I think we are going to Giga Drain here, even though he could go into Torn. I'd rather keep this Slowking low. So yeah, let's click Sludge Bomb here and try to catch that Torn. I don't think he wants. Yes. Okay. Caught the Torn once more. Now. Because Rhyperior doesn't do much for me. So I could hit him with like a Rocky Helmet. Would Rocky Helmet kill him? Oh, Rocky Helmet came so close to killing him. Yeah, so Rhyperior just like wasn't very valuable, honestly, and I'm gonna see if I can catch a Volt Switch here. Darn. Ooh, Rocky Helmet hits on Grass Knot. I forgot about that. Yeah, I gotta go Venusaur here. Right. No reason not to Sludge Bomb. Or do we Giga Drain? I mean, a poison on the Quagsire is good too. Crit, baby. Crit me. Cool to get rid of Buzzwole. Definitely don't mind getting rid of Buzzwole. Let's just do that. Do Wing Beat. Interesting. Probably should have healed up. Yeah, so like now I don't really have switch-ins to this. Cinderace is not going to be useful, so I'd probably go into that, sack that off. Maybe he'll miss. He is not missing. He could be worried about me having Sucker Punch with the way I just brought that in. So I'm going to see if I can catch a cheeky Trailblaze here. Nice. We do catch the cheeky Trailblaze. Oh, and that did so much. Now, I do know that he is Terra Poison. Which I think he would probably want to use the Terra. So I'm going to click Pyro Ball here. That 71% was a lot. He must be like especially defensive. So I'm just going to I'm gonna click Pyro Ball and see if I can kill him. Hello. My wife just walked in.
Is it on video?
Yeah. You can be on the video if you want. That was a big play. So yeah, I do think he's gonna. Let me see. Quagsire. Cinderace. Or Cinderace. This is my wife and my dog Hamilton. And you've heard my dog many times. I don't know if you guys have ever seen him. Okay, so yeah, Trailblaze did a lot there. Now, if he Terrestrializes, then Pyro Ball could pick this off. Boom. Nice. Now, how much is Electro Ball doing to Slowking? I think this is a very specially defensive Slowking. Electro Ball could kill this thing. Alright, I'm just trying to find out. So I'm really glad I put Cinderace on here last minute. I think he's like fully specially defensive Slowking. So let's see here. Cinderace, Electro Ball. We are at +1. I don't know why going to +1 speed is not saying that it increases my Electro Ball damage at all. But we're just going to click Electro Ball because Cinderace is not going to do anything else other than help break this. So let's do that. 27%. How did that do so little? How did it only do 27%? What the hell? That's not making any sense based on calcs. That's really not making any sense. Oh, it's a special attack. I thought it was a physical attack. Why did I think Electro Ball was a physical attack? Damn. I'm dumb. Alright, well, I guess I'll go for Trailblaze in that case. I should still outspeed this thing even though I'm paralyzed now, because I do have a speed boost, and unfortunately I won't outspeed the Tornadus anymore. But we're gonna let this thing get worn down by poison. So I don't need Cinderace anymore, so we're just gonna let it go down. Probably should have clicked Trailblaze again. Oh my god. That was terrible. That one I actually do feel bad about. I actually feel quite bad about that one. I don't know if oh, I guess I do outspeed this thing after 3 Trailblazes. Maybe I'll get lucky and... Nope. I'm literally asking for luck after I just crit him. That's dumb. Alright, does bulk up Palafin clean up here? Might be Palafin time. Against Tornadus. So he's gonna have to... That's not... It's always so hard to find my right Palafin set. Okay. I think that Palafin should be able to clean up here. Yeah, because we take a Bleak Windstorm, I should be able to bulk up and then just kill everything left with Jet Punch. Or do we just kill it outright with Jet Punch without even 44 to 52? I guess there's no point in not bulking up because he can't kill me with Bleak Wind even with a crit. So yeah, we're going Palafin. We're gonna bulk up to increase our chances of killing the Coco. 66 to 78. Might have just messed up. I totally just messed up. I should have just jet punched him. Damn. I still think I can pull it back if I sludge bomb here. No, I got a heal, right? I think I got a heal. Or if he volt switches and I sludge bomb, then I would actually be able to kill it with jet punch, and then this is so hard. I think I have to sludge bomb because I need damage on this. He can't kill me. But the thing is, if he volt switches, then he'll be able to kill my Venusaur after that. Now I need a synthesis. I wish I could have sludge bomb. Was sludge bomb the play? Maybe. I don't know. I honestly don't know. How much was Palfin doing? A +1 to Tornadus. So I'm gonna need a +1 to hit. If I hit him, how much is Bleak Wind Storm doing to my Venusaur? $65 to 76. So But I can't kill him. I don't know if I should. I guess I maybe go into Powelton because I can live a Bleak Wind. Then a Jet Punch. And if he misses, right? If he misses, it could just be over. Yeah, I think I gotta go into that. Yes. No. Now I think I Boom Burst. Or do I Jet Punch? I think I Boom Burst because if he U-turns, then I can hit that fucking Coco hard as shit, and then I can Jet Punch it. Yes. Yes. Now we can just Jet Punch twice, right? You can't kill me with Bleak Windstorm. He cannot kill with Bleak Windstorm. So we just Jet Punch twice, right? Or do we 80? Boom Burst. Yeah, I think we got a Jet Punch twice. Woo! Oh my gosh. That was okay. So I got super lucky with the crit on the Trailblaze on the Slow King. But man, I made the right plays at the end there. Going for Boom Burst on the U-turn to catch the Coco, and then I could just Jet Punch. Yes. Okay, so yeah, I mean, I had some luck on my side. I got a crucial miss. But you know, they're speaking it into existence, and their name is Hacksaw Us. and right before they missed the bleak win on my Palafin. They were like, "Oh, I'm gonna miss." So you gotta speak affirmation to your mons. You know what I mean? Um, I do feel bad about the crit on the Slow King, but also it's like, bro drafted a regen core. You know what I mean? Like, and then trying to complain to me about the time on the battle. It's like, dude, you have Torn-T and Slow King. Like, it's not my fault. The match is gonna take forever. Um, I was just trying to make the best plays, and you know, aside from the luck, I think that was a very tricky end game. I easily could have lost there. I almost went into. I almost jet punched instead of going for the boom burst. But I knew that I needed to catch that Coco, and the U-turn just made a lot of sense for him there. So because I was going to be slower after the U-turn, I needed that damage on the Coco so I could kill it, finish it off with Jet Punch. And that was exactly what we needed. So Palafin coming through. Finally, our team captain actually puts in some work late game. I thought this was going to be like a early game, like Breaker, and then be able to healing Wish It with Mesprit. So this is the tricky thing about Palafin, is like getting it in early enough to do work, because you have to get it in, get it out, and then get it back in. And I just wasn't getting the chances to get it in early. But it ended up working out great in the end. Whew, what a match. Crazy match. GG's to Haxorus again. Sorry about the crit and the miss and stuff. I broke through a lot of paralyzes too. So that was tough. I made a really big error in prep by going with putting Electro Ball on my Cinderace and not realizing that that was a special move, especially attacking move. Because had I realized that, I would have just continued to click Trailblaze, and could have like broken through that Slow King that way. I wouldn't have even needed the crit, and I would have been continually giving myself the speed boost and stuff to be able to still outspeed Coco and Torn and like still pressure his team. Cinderace actually ended up putting a lot of pressure on. Like I said, I'm really glad I brought that. But yeah, I made a big error in prep by thinking that Electro Ball was a physical attack. That was dumb, and it almost really cost me. And it only didn't because of a very lucky crit. So, anyways, great game. We'll take it. You know, sometimes better lucky than good, right? Um, but you know, the luck is the one thing you can't control. But I do feel like I made some really good plays at the end there to seal the deal. And that's all you can do, is make the best plays possible. All right, friends. We will see you guys in the next video. Peace.